Hello, I am finally back to filming. I'm in a different spot. Hopefully you don't hear my husband screaming at Fortnite downstairs. But I wanted to get online and talk about my experience at the DC Pen Show on Saturday, August 2nd. I live in the DC area, probably about 30 minutes away from the venue. So it was super easy for me to get there, and it was only $10, so I definitely wanted to go. I guess in terms of overall impressions, I enjoyed it because it was about pens, but I don't know that I need to go to both the Baltimore show and the DC show. They're very similar, and I kind of get the sense that once you've gone to one pen show, you've gone to every pen show. I think once a year is probably good. I think next year I will go to Stationery Fest because based off of what I saw from different creators and different people who went there, that was definitely a very different vibe than the pen shows. So super interested in that in the future. Yeah, so Saturday was probably the most crowded day. I went right when it opened, and there was a line to get in. Saw lots of different people from the internet. I wasn't feeling very social. I wasn't feeling very well. I'm sure you saw my post about being sick like months ago, but things have been crazy in my life. So I just I was not feeling it this weekend, or that weekend. So yeah, I didn't really go up to people and say, "Hey, I love your content," that sort of stuff. I just sort of did my own thing and kept in my own little bubble. Um, and that's okay to do at a show. So I wrote this up prior to going to the show. I had a wish list of pens that I wanted to test, inks that I was looking to purchase, and I had made a list of all of the things I was going to put on the donation table. I have tons of samples, probably not as many as some people, but a lot of things that I really wasn't planning to use. They were either from like a Goulet random sampler or inks that I own bottles of, so I don't need the samples anymore. I have a bottle of Pilot Iroshizuku Tsukushi, and I did put a sample. I created a sample and put one on the table to hopefully make someone's day. But yeah, so actually, this is crossed out. Ferris Wheel Press Radiant Rosewing because I ended up keeping it because I don't have anything like it, even though I don't know if I'm ever going to use it. Probably not. I guess in terms of these inks that I was interested in purchasing, I didn't end up getting any of them. The Pilot inks, I seriously considered buying, but I can get a Pilot ink anywhere. I don't need to, it didn't need to be then. And then I didn't see anyone selling these colors of diatramentis document inks, so that was kind of disappointing. And so in terms of these pen tests, you'll see on the next page what I actually tested, but I really only tested the Pilot 743 pens and all those different nibs. I did hold the Kaweco Brass Sport and the Lilliput and the Supra, I think, just to see how they felt in my hand. But I didn't purchase any pens. In fact, I only purchased two things. One was this pen, I forget what it's called. It has a name. It's like a little pen sleeve from Galen Leather. I have my Kaweco Sports, which I will do a collection update soon. There have been a lot of changes in my collection, a lot of changes upcoming, and changes with my ink journal, obviously. This is a whole different book than what I was using in my last video. But yeah, the other thing I bought was food because I was starving. I think I was there for probably about 3 or 4 hours. I didn't go into any workshops or any of they had like different little events. I didn't want to spend extra money, and I wasn't super interested in any of them. So I just bypassed it. Oh, and this came in this little pouch, which is super cute. So the free giveaway at the show was a Gale Leather drawstring bag. I think this has been they've been sponsoring a lot of different shows. I want to say that the Dutch pen show had the same thing. And it came with a cute little pen sleeve. And I was given the purple. Let's see what else. So another thing at the show that was free was copies of Pen World, which is really cool. I haven't sat down and actually read through these yet, except for one thing, which is, I'm sure you saw it in my title, the other thing I'm going to cover today, because there have been lots of developments there. Okay, what else do I want to talk about? So I guess let's look at my pen tests. Make sure I'm in frame. So, it's not very organized. One thing I'll say about pen shows is it's super hard to, like, you're standing at a booth trying to like scribble things down and hearing people talk and trying to remember what you want, what pen you're holding and stuff like that. So it is a little like difficult to get pen tests. So if you're at a show, I would recommend honestly writing down ahead of time, like setting up a page for your pen tests. I think I made the mistake of not doing that for both shows. But like the other show, I think I got tests mostly of Estes at the Baltimore show. This time I mostly got Pilot pens. And you can see all the different nib types here. I tested a vintage flex pen that someone had at their table, which was really neat. There was I like this ink a lot, blue ringed octopus from Andorilium. Yeah, so I feel like there were a lot of Yovo nibs, which, like, I love a Yovo nib. I have one on my Esty. It's nice, but I don't need to test them, honestly. Like, I know what they're like. So I didn't really test any pens from makers or anything like that. I saw some really cute pens for makers. There was a pen, I think in the unicorn poop blank, that was really nice. But I didn't pick it up or anything. Yeah, so if you're curious, I really like the 743 coarse and the double broad. I'm slowly getting into broader nibs, which is very interesting. I usually, and in most of my writing, I still use fine nibs, but in journaling, I love a broad nib, it's really cool to see my taste evolve. Okay. Oh, this page, I'm gonna put down some stickers for some of the companies. Oh, I didn't bring any washi tape up. So I always pick up cards and stickers. I think that's really important. So first up we have Desert Inkwell, and first off I'll say here's a really cool setup. There's a little ink in here which I don't think anyone was at the table when I walked past, so I don't know what this ink is. So it'll be a surprise when I swatch things. There's a cute little sticker here, a little elastic that might be nice for a traveler's notebook. Yeah, I will paste the or tape the card in at a later point. But oh my god, I've got no nails right now, so I can't get this sticker. There we go. It's a really nice, well-made sticker. Turnt Pen Co. Awesome company. I'm sure you guys have seen pens by them. Oh, so it's one of those. Okay. And I'm just doing this haphazardly. I will need space for business cards or something. Maybe I'll put them here. There was a sticker for the Orlando Pen Show for some reason. Maybe because it's coming up, September 5th to 7th. So if you're interested in another show, that's like next week. Oh my gosh. Galen Leather had a sticker. Notegeist Stationery. I don't remember what they had. This was like, I'm filming this in the second to last week of August, so I don't remember everything. I was hoping to get this done like right after the show, but my life kind of blew up. I have another sticker for the DC show. Go 30 or go home from Pilot. Thought it was cool that they had stickers. I don't think they had stickers at the Baltimore show. Oh my gosh. Sorry again if you can hear my husband. He's literally screaming. Another Pilot sticker. Everything looks... Oh my gosh. I dropped it. It says, everything looks better in Yamabudo. Wow. I'm gonna need these sticker makers to put those little slits in because it's impossible to do this without nails. Yes. Put this on this side. There's a cute little sticker that says happy. I don't know which table I got that from. I wish I could remember. But I'm gonna put that probably in my like planner or something. And then finally I have a sticker from Skogsky Pens. They were at the Baltimore show also. Okay, so I'll also add another thing Turnt Pen Co. had at their table was this cute little notebook. I haven't tested the paper yet. Maybe I'll do that in a follow-up video, but it's really cute. And at the show, they were giving away these little pads of regalia paper, little testers. I found out later that I could have taken a whole pad. I only took like a sample sheet, so there's that. Always ask if you can, like, how much you can take at these things. So let's see. Next we have swatches. Swatches from the ink testing tables. This was my favorite part. I did bring my Kakimari dip pen and like was prepared to be swatching. Yeah, they had like it's probably like 8 or 9 tables full of inks from all different brands in sample vials. And so you could sit down, and they had like pitchers of water and paper towels that you could use. They also had dip pens there, of like varying types to try out in order to swatch these in your notebooks. So yeah, here are some of the inks that I swatched. I swatched a lot of Robert Oster inks, because those are inks I'm not very familiar with. Summer Storm is an ink that I got a sample from the free table at, so I put a little star here. Yeah, so here's some of those. I really love Muddy Sand, Khaki, Fire and Ice, Motor Oil, Thunderstorm, Spearmint, Eucalyptus Leaf, and then Sydney, Harbor Darling. I like a lot of these. These are really nice. And then on this page we have some Sailor ink, some Pelican or Pelican, Private Reserve, Tasha. This Tasha Jeans Indigo is beautiful. Oh, let me be at a frame. And I really wish I had swatched all of those jeans inks now. So maybe I'll have to pick up some samples. And then down here, some Diamine. I like Moonbeam a lot, but it's like, I don't know. I love gray inks, and I can't buy every gray ink, and I need to not buy this ink. Olive Swirl. Dusted Truffle is very interesting. It really lives up to the reviews I've seen. I also swatched Organic Studios Nitrogen, which is like, that's crazy. I don't think this is a ink I would buy, but it's really neat. And then, oh, I didn't write down the name here, but this is J. Urban, or Urban. I don't know which of their lines it is, but one of them, Cacao do Brazil. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing those swatches. And now we're gonna move on to the swatches I got at the free table. So there were, in addition to like all the stuff I dropped off, there are already a ton of stuff at the table. So I picked up, I went by the table twice. And if you're going to one of these shows, I highly recommend like swinging by multiple times, because stuff filters in and out really quickly at the show. And people are dropping stuff off the whole time, and they're picking things up and making room for other things. So, and no one will get mad at you if you take multiples. Yeah, so I think I do want to group these kind of by brand. I got some Robert Oster inks, which Summer Storm I'm not going to swatch. I have 2 Robert Oster, 2 Diatramentis, and it doesn't look like either of them are document inks. 1 Platinum, 3 Diamine, and then the mystery ink from Desert Inkwell. So I don't have my setup very good right now, so let me, okay, I think that's fine. So I think the Diamine, it might be hard for me to fit my thing in there, so we'll see how that goes. Platinum Lavender Black, I kind of want to end with that since it's like a permanent kind of ink. So there's also, these are also obviously used inks, so there's not, actually no, this one has like 2 milliliters in it, so that's interesting. Maybe someone just took like a really tiny bit. But yeah, it's not going to be easy for me to do this. Oh boy. This is Robert Oster Black Violet. I'm just gonna dunk my. I wonder if Robert Oster does shimmer inks. What did I say? Black violet. One tip, if you bring your Kakimori dip pen, one tip I have is, like, I'm sure other shows do these ink tables, like in swatching tables. I always wiped off my pen before dunking it in the water, and that kept my water cup cleaner longer, so I didn't have to refill it. I probably only had to refill it once with fresh water because I was taking off most of like the pigment from the ink initially from the paper towel and then rinsing the remainder off, and then it was pretty much clean after that. So it was like an extra step I took. I also wanted to be really careful about not contaminating inks, because I think there's a huge risk of that at these shows. Like, and one thing I noticed is that there wasn't like, oh, is this shimmer? No, it's not. Okay. It was interesting that there was no one monitoring the table or the tables. And I mean, it's probably like a volunteer gig, so I'm not too surprised, but I was also sort of expecting someone to be there, like, to answer questions, or I don't know. I don't know. I was expecting someone to be there, but that's okay. Like, people knew what they were doing, so it was fine. Okay, so let's do Diatramentis. Very excited to try Jane Austen. I've heard really good things. See, this one you can tell that someone bought the sample, and you can't tell because of the way my camera angle is, but someone bought the sample, they probably tested it, hated it, and decided to donate the rest. So it's like there's like a quarter of the 2 milliliter sample. Whoa. Okay, maybe that's why. There's like a quarter of it gone. So this is Diatramentis Black Roses. Very interesting. So it's not like a rose, like a pink or like a red. It's like a black rose. I wonder if the person who bought it thought it was going to be reddish. It feels very lubricated. Oh. Okay, this even though I'm just using my own stuff, I'm going to wipe this off because it's going to make everything black in my water cup. Now Jane Austen. Pretty. Definitely see why people like this. It's like kind of like a pine color. Although I do wonder, Diatramentis tends to like rename some of their standard colors. Like, I don't know if it's the like musicians or the authors, but they're basically the same as some of their like standard colors. The difference is the packaging and the name. And I don't know if this is one of them. Like, it could just actually be a repackaged pine colored green or something. I would have to look that up. Okay, let's do this mystery ink. It looks like it's a green color. Whoa. This could be, yeah, that's, I think you can see my fingerprints. That's okay. If anyone knows what this color is, please let me know. It's really pretty. It's like a very deep green. And I will try to stop like putting my hands all over. Whoa. I don't know if you saw that. It made my water like fluorescent green. Whoa. What the heck? This is what it looks like on the paper. This is Jane Austen, but this is that mystery color. What the heck? I'll have to look at their website because that's really interesting. Platinum Lavender Black. This actually might not be one of their permanent. I'm not sure. Oh, that's super pretty. Gorgeous. I would buy that. All right, let's look at these dyes. So these are Diamine inks. I think they're from the 2023 ink event. Do I have another? Oh, I knew there was another one. There's 4. I got Walnut, Lavender Frost, Early Dusk, and Rainbow's End. Walnut is a standard ink. Lavender Frost is shimmer. Early Dusk is standard, and Rainbow's End is chameleon. Very curious about the chameleon ink. So let's start with Walnut. And I want to say Walnut is the color people said was very feathery when they wrote with it. So I am curious about testing this out. Was it Walnut? I'm not sure if it was Walnut. It was one of the browns from the ink vent. It may have been one of the scented inks, though, now that I'm thinking about it. Now that I'm talking about it out loud. But as you know, I'm a sucker for a brown ink. I'm gonna go Early Dusk next. I'm assuming this is a blue. Yes. Wow, I love these little, this is pretty. This is, oh my god. Sorry if you can hear my stomach. And then we'll go Rainbow's End, which is, this one has a weird plastic over it that I'll need to cut off. Ooh, I don't know if you can see that. It looks really pretty. Pretty purpley in the bottle. Oh, out of frame. I don't actually know what diamine means by chameleon. Did I spell it right? Camille. Yeah. No, wait. Put it. Rainbow's End. I don't see it changing color or anything, but it's definitely not dry. It looks like it has shimmer. Huh. And then, I don't know if you can see this desert inkwell color. It has like a green sheen, which is very interesting. Yeah, this diamine ink looks like it has a pink shimmer. Okay, and now Lavender Frost. So this is a dusty purple, which is my jam, and it has shimmer. I am not a shimmer person. I've never had a good experience with a shimmer ink. If I bought this, it would just be because it's a purple and I like purple inks. And let's see. Yeah. Okay. And now the final thing I'm going to swatch is an actual ink bottle, like I think it's considered a full-size bottle. I've heard very good things about Kiwi inks. Someone dropped this off the table and I picked it up. They had other Kiwi inks there, but I think it was might have been like a green or blue. This is a witch's potion. So I'm excited to try this out. I feel like you don't see this brand very often. I want to say they make like highly sheening inks, maybe even color changing. Oh, that's awesome. Purple. Oh, kiwi. Witch's potion. Alright, so let those dry. Oh my god. I think the little liner is kind of stuck. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I put this stuff away. I'll let those dry. So these are all the inks I got from the free table. The free table is like honestly my favorite part. Maybe I'll get more involved next year and ask to help with that, because I know there's like one guy running it and I feel bad. He was like stuck there all day. Yeah, this Lavender Frost is awesome. Seeing some green sheen come out of a witch's potion, which really reminds me of Lamy Dark Lilac, which is cool. This Desert Inkwell color, it's like kind of brown. It started out really, I don't know, it's like changed colors. It's really interesting. Maybe I will show this one last time before I wrap up. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was an update on Pilot Iroshizuku. As you know, I am heavily invested in the ink discontinuations and the new inks that will be coming out this year. And I have updates from the show and then updates since the show because other people have gone to shows and there have been some announcements. Not completely public, but I think sort of public. I will try to put a timestamp in this video. I have no idea how to do that, but I'll give it a shot. So I did go to the pilot table, obviously, because you saw all of my pen tests. And then I left and I walked around some more and I came back to the table and I asked, hey, so what's going on with the inks? What about what inks are getting discontinued? What inks are coming up? And I was told that 2 pinks and actually, wait, let me start with the new inks. The lady at the table gave me a description of the new inks, and I will show Pen World. So she describes the inks as sort of like a red brown, like a yellow, a rich yellow, and like a light blue. And she gave me the names there, but luckily that information she also told me was in Pen World this is the August 2024 edition, which they were giving out for free in the show. So to summarize, sorry for any glare, we have 3 new inks coming out. We already knew that based off of what my last video, or my other pen show video. But now we have some names and descriptions. Up until now, I've only seen like blurry, like poorly lit photos of these inks. So I was really excited to get this image. And since then, there have been even more images come out. If you're on Reddit, I highly recommend checking out the fountain pen subreddit because people find out about these things and they post about them. And right now there's a post up that's sort of blowing up about the new inks and the discontinuations. So we've got 3 inks here. We've got a sort of lightish blue called Rika maybe, which means snow crystal. A serene blue meant to evoke the dance of snowflakes as they fall from a crisp winter sky. Seongyo, probably. Spring Dawn, a distinct black ink with a muted red light, embodying the break of morning in spring. So it's interesting because this looks like a brown in the bottle. I'm very excited about it. People have been wondering if it has a sheen, if it has a green sheen. That would be very exciting. But they're calling it a black red, not a brown. But there's a lot of black and red and brown. So definitely, I'm picking up all 3 of these. And then finally, To-ro, which means warm lantern, reminiscent of an Andean lantern light in an alley after rain, a warm and refined orange. So this is another interesting one because in the bottle it looks kind of yellow. And we already have two oranges. We have very rich Fuyugaki. No, wait, which one's really rich? Let me. Yeah. Fuyugaki is like a super rich, vibrant orange, and then Yuyake is like a little lighter, a little more muted. So I'm very curious about how this orange will differ. I'm assuming it's going to be light, and based off of the pictures I've seen online, it honestly looks yellow to me. So with that, I do want, and then I guess I'll also talk about the inks that are getting discontinued. before I go into that, I do want to show my updated Pilot list. I've picked up a lot of bottles of Pilot ink. The ones here with X's are ones that I own bottles of, and then a lot of them I have samples of, and pretty much everything else I sampled at the show. So that was really exciting. I'm almost completed my Pilot collection list. Just have a few more that I need swatches of. And then I have a big swatch version as well. And I'll probably put the new inks right here. I didn't really think this through when I was making it, but that's okay. But yeah, so I should have brought some stickers or something, but I do want to show you the inks. Actually, I'm going to show it in the actual brochure. So going back to my handy Pilot brochure, there was allegedly a press release from Pilot to different, I assume, dealers or retailers about the new inks that were coming out. They shared new pictures, which if you look on the Reddit, you can see the person who's posted it, as well as which inks were being discontinued. And yeah, it's really interesting. So if we look at my predictions, I predicted Sui Gyoko, Hotaro B, and Kirisame for the inks that were being discontinued. And I got one correct out of this list, and that one is unfortunately Kirisame. Yeah, I think I do own a bottle of this, and I am not too surprised. I obviously predicted it, but I think it's not a good move. Not a good move, but like I think that it's taking something away from the Pilot inks. The other ones that are being discontinued are Sutsuji, or Azalea, which is our dark pink, and I just picked up a bottle of this the other day. And unfortunately, Kosumosu, which is Pink Cosmos. So yeah, just like I was told at the pen show, it's 2 pinks and a gray that are being discontinued at this time. And we are gaining a black red, or I don't consider this a correct prediction. Like, I don't think it's going to be it's going to actually swatch like a light brown. But I guess we'll see. I'm going to keep my sticker here because maybe it will look like a light brown. But so we've got a black red in Sion Gyo, and then we have a yellow orange, maybe yellow or orangey color coming in with Toro, and our other color making the collection very blue heavy is that's the only one, I forget the name of that one. Our other color is Rika. Yeah, so that will fall up here. I do hope to get a new like catalog. I know they do provide these online as PDFs, but like I really like having this like glossy one. So I guess something that I didn't think of is that Rika is kind of taking the place of Soyokusa, which was I believe it means cornflower. It's a really pretty color, which I do have a sample of. I got a sample off of Reddit. So this is what Soyokusa looks like. It's really pretty. And yeah, so yeah, leaning very heavily on the blues, getting rid of some of our more warmer colors here, and yeah, and adding some of these more like, I guess, just different shades. I will be doing an updated video. I don't know if I'll do another one around when it's like when the press release comes out, since this was kind of brief, or if I'll do one once the inks are officially out. I haven't decided yet, but I am following this closely. I really love these inks. They're probably one of my top 3 brands. I think favorites for me are Pilot, Iroshizuku, Diatromestis Document Inks, and what are they? I mean, Diamine. probably Diamine. I think those are my 3 favorite brands. But yeah, I really wanted to share that update. And then before I log off, I will do here's a final look at those swatches. I'm wondering if the new Pilot ink will look kind of like this early dusk. But yeah, I don't get what's chameleon about Rainbow's End. Maybe I'm missing something, but it just looks like a shimmer ink to me. Maybe it's just because they're different colors of the shimmer and the actual ink. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Hopefully this means I'll be back and I'll make some other videos. I do want to show how I've set up my current ink journal. I do want to show my updated pen list. I'll probably be posting online about selling some pens on like Instagram soon. Maybe. Actually, no. Maybe not. Because I returned that pen. That's another story for a different day. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.